Okie dokie, hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome to Fatekeeper. Today I am going to run a fire build. We'll be creating a ton of potions to amplify all of our good fire damage. So we're going to go ahead and brew some potions first. So we're going to use a lot of magic, so we need a ton of mana potions. So these are smaller mana potions. This will be a bigger mana potion. There we go. We're going to do some physical resistance. This game has a ton of potion creation, so you know there's a lot of downtime between fights if you want to create potions. I mean, it's always good to have healing, so you know. Okay, and let's see if we can create something with fire. So this will increase my fire damage, which I would like to have. So we're just going to see if we can add anything else to it. We can generate stamina at the same time, and increase our stance, I guess, because I'm not going to go into life leech. So yeah, let's just do that. So we're going to grab that, and stamina regen. There we go. We just do a little bit of everything. We'll create some. I could create some more healing, but this is very good to extend coating duration. So if I do apply fire to my weapons, this is always good to have in the ingredient. We might create some poison resistance, so some immunity. We'll create immunity with one of these caps here, which gives me resistance, not a lot, but you know, enough. And we'll just, you know, cap it off with a little bit of health, just to sort of create that. And I think we'll stop there, because I think we've got enough. And I don't want to spend all day creating potions, because I need to create a lot more in the fights coming ahead. So I actually didn't create any small potions, which is very silly, but I'm not going to bother with that right now. So I'm going to be fine. I should be fine in the first few fights. And fire damage, there we go. So we have healing, we have mana, we have physical resistance, and we have fire damage. So we're going to go ahead to this table, if I don't get stuck in the wall there, and start our first quest. I'm going to jump into the So I will be using axes. You start off with other weapons through the tutorial, which I did skip that. I opened the save file that I have here because I don't want to keep redoing the tutorial.
Cannot be far now.
And actually, I haven't skill tree. I don't want to keep doing tutorials and whatnot. So I'm going to go into magic first. So yeah, we're going to save that. Go into magic first. Make sure. So yeah, so you start with the blade of the sentinel, and you find a dagger before you go into the tutorial area, and in another room you will find a skull club. But I'm going to use axes because later on in the game you will find a fire axe, and because we're doing a fire build, I would really like that fire axe. There is another weapon just here, up here. There it is. It's a great sword with poison damage. I'm not going to bother with that, but you can parkour your way up there. Just going to grab our first ring, which is usually ring of life. There we go, gives us a little bit of help. Grab some more mushrooms, everkin, and we're going to go ahead, go down here and have our first fight. Superhero landing, why not? After a little bit of fire. So the axe is actually a good balanced weapon because it's fast, not as fast as the dagger, but it also can apply stagger damage. Not stagger damage, but stagger. So you know, allow you to kind of get a few hits in, move out of the way if you're about to get hit. So the dagger does the least damage, but it's the fastest. I did do a poison build at once using a dagger, which was a lot of fun. It's a little bit more challenging. It makes the game a little bit more challenging because you do less damage and, you know, come up against a ton of enemies all at the same time. So I had to rely a lot on my telekinesis and my potion creation to actually get through some of these fights. But here we're going to be doing fire, and so hopefully people will die because they take damage over time a lot faster, so I can take out groups of enemies. I can make bombs as well, but I'm not going to go into that. I'd rather create like an alchemy build if I wanted to try bombs out, because you do get a few ingredients that allow you to create the bombs throughout the game. I don't think there are many, because I think it requires certain ingredients that you don't find everywhere, such as flowers and mushrooms, which you will find everywhere. But you know, with a little bit of exploring, you can. I'm going to set the on fire here. I can dodge that in time. You can get stuck on geometry here, which is very odd sometimes. But, you know, we got through that. I'm going to do a little bit of heavy attack here and let him go. I'm going to kick this guy down. Up. Goodbye, sir. Free falling. Spelunky. So I won't go out on my way to get everything. I'll just get the things that I know or remember where they are, because I don't remember very much. I have explored extensively, but you know, there's a lot of like little hidden gems here and there. We're going to create some physical resistance. That's good. Create some more healing. Create just one, that's fine. I mean, let's create a bigger one. Actually, let's create two, just in case. There we go. So we do have more fire. Do we have more fire? No, we don't. So like these rare items, this one's rare, this one's uncommon, epic, and then you have uncommon, and I'm actually gonna just sort this out so I can find them faster. There we go. So this one does fire damage, that's good, so I'm gonna put that on a vial. There we go. Make sure to switch between potions and vials, because if you, for example, I think I might have one here just to show you an example. Here we are. So if you put this on potion, it will actually damage you for 5 points of health. If you put it on the vial, it increases potency, which is what I'm going to do now. So you need to be careful. Sometimes I forget to switch this, and I end up hurting myself. This one as well. 10 damage to yourself. Why would you do that? Anyway. Yeah, so we're going to increase the length of time. We'll stick with that. That's good. See, like, so things like this here, reduce poise damage, movement speed, attack speed damage, you know. I'd like to put fire combined with these things, especially when it comes to bosses, because I think I could do some really insane amounts of damage and really slow them down. So I think we'll just stick with that for now. Can I make more? No, I can't. That's fine. I think we have enough for now. We're just going to save here. I think I did pick up some more rings, and I think I also leveled up. So I'm just going to check. So yeah, we got mana ring, we got melee damage ring. We're going to set up for this fight here. Funny enough, I don't have a lot of healing potions, but I'm hoping we'll be okay. Physical resistance, can apply fire damage, so we can do a little bit extra, and we can actually have this as well at some point, but now let's just stick with that. Let's go into the fight. Let's go, let's go. We're gonna drink some mana. Make sure I'm fully stocked. Not fully stocked, but you know, stocked. Skip this cutscene here. I'm gonna drink physical potion. We're gonna drink fire potion. So that's interesting that kick missed. But it's okay, because they die anyway. I wasn't too sure I was going to get that. He did hit me. That's okay. More physical resistance. I'm going to get some more mana. Set these guys on fire. He's not dead. I'm stuck on geometry. Okay. I mean, other than being stuck on geometry, I think that actually went pretty okay.
Come, let's keep moving.
Now let's collect all these ingredients. Pick it up. There we go. And move on. So I did get another axe, which is better than the axe that I have. So yeah, more attack speed. Does extra slash damage, and it's 2 points higher on damage, so we'll take it. So I took a little bit of damage, but because I leveled up, I regained my health and my mana. So as I said, we're going to go into these points here. I'm going to move forward. Try and get through the game as quickly as possible. Set you on fire, I hope. No, I'm just gonna grab that while you're running away from me. Oh, where's the other guy? There he is. Kick him into the spikes. There we go. I did get another ring, I believe. No, I didn't. Must have been just an ingredient. Move on ahead. There we go. So now we go outside. There's a temple built into the side of a mountain. Great big statues. So I would recommend exploring areas. You can find a lot of things, a lot of little hidden items. Most of what you find are going to be ingredients, so don't be upset about it.
What a sight.
What a sight indeed. So yeah, don't be upset that it's just ingredients, because potion making is a huge part of the game. And the more potions you can make to help you in your fights, in your encounters, with the bosses, you know, the better. If you want to go into specific builds, you know, do fire potions or poison potions, amplify damage, amplify magic, you know, there's a lot of things you can kind of experiment with, which I find really fun. I mean, like I said, there's a lot of downtime between fights because of potion creation, but I don't think it's that bad. So I've got another ring, a ring of poison resistance, I believe, yeah. And I think we're okay here. Yeah, I think we're okay here. We're just going to take a little bit more mana. And we're going to take some resistance. And we're going to drink one potion for fire. And the first thing we're going to do is back off. Slow this down. I don't know how he fell off, but he fell off. And I say you're on fire, you can stagger, so I'm just going to kick you off, finish you that way. Yeah, AI does funny things in this game sometimes, and the physics are a little over the top, I have to say. There have been occasions where I hit an enemy with a dagger, and he'll fly across the room, which is, you know, it's funny, but a little over the top. That was unfortunate. He hit just behind the pillar. But it was okay. Because if he didn't hide behind the pillar, I would have set him on fire, and it would have set the ground on fire, and it would have taken increased damage over time. So it's just a little unfortunate that it turned out that way. That's fine. We still won the fight, which is what counts. We go, I'm going to save and go ahead and fight a new enemy. So yeah, I've been enjoying this game. I've been enjoying this game a ton, and I think it's a lot of fun to play. There's so many different ways of approaching fights. And I always find that really interesting in games. There's a dagger in there I'm not going to use, but it does increase critical and piercing damage if you are interested in doing daggers. But for now, we're not going to use that, we're just using axes. The fire axe we'll get a little bit later. There is a quest item here. Well, not quest item, but currency, I believe. I don't know what it's used for, because we can't buy anything yet. There are no shops. There are no merchants. So, you know, but just so you know, it's there, it's there. Move on. I think I'm just going to apply some more things. We're actually going to put the bigger healing potion, just because I can. We'll apply that to our weapon if we need it, and a little bit of more mana. Great. Break that. Drink physical resistance. Coat our weapon. And just go into this spot here. That's fine, that got hit in the face with a rock. I just wanted to push this guy underneath here so, you know, I can take cover. To make sure he was dead, I wasn't sure. So you can't like block or dodge through animations. I think you can with light attack. Yeah, you can cancel light attack. You can't cancel heavy, and you can't cancel magic. So you need to be aware of that when you're in the middle of a fight. That, you know, if you're about to cast magic, you can't cancel it into a block. You can't cancel it into a dodge. So you will get hit. I'm gonna move on forward here. I'm gonna come into this big room soon enough with a ton of enemies inside it. But we're gonna create some more potions just before that, which is gonna help us immensely. First, we're just gonna grab some more ingredients. go. Put everything in order so I can find what I'm looking for. We're going to create mana. We can create a lot of it. So we're going to create a lot of it. And also create stamina regen. Just one. More healing, which we are in dire need of. We'll make a few big ones, a few smaller ones. The more healing the better. We'll go ahead and create some large magic potions as well. Mana potions, magic potions. There we go. Voila. We can do physical resistance. Okay, so we have potency. We have fire. And there we are. That's what I really wanted. So, bitter stone, increased potency, fire damage. And I think we can create 2. Yes, we can. Fantastic. And then I think we're going to create... I mean, I could do this as well, I suppose. It won't make much difference though. It's better to apply that with other debuffs. So I'd rather not do that. I was thinking of creating some more poison resistance, but I think I have 3, so I think that's enough for now. Excuse me. And we're just going to make sure we're set up for this fight. Yeah, we'll stick with the larger healing. Just going to take the smaller mana. We'll keep the physical resistance and fire damage. There we go. Save here. I'm gonna level up because I have 1 skill point. Continue going into magic, because then you'll apply fire spell, 20% gain. And then with the skill tree, they did something very interesting that I haven't seen before. So when you start from the first node, the other nodes are then closed, they're locked. And as you progress, this little ring expands. And when you get to this tree here, this circular tree here, you can then go into these nodes, the blue ones, which then allows you to expand if you wish, go back down into stamina or health, or continue through magic, or go into the other nodes, which I think is quite interesting. It allows a lot of sort of experimentation to do certain things. So but I think I am going to go into fire. It'll take up to 7 nodes, I believe. So 2, 4, 6, 7. And then from there, I think I'll either go ahead into my attack speed, which would mean that I would have to start from this node here and go this way, or my consumable duration, because I am going to be using a lot of fire potions and fire vials. I might just do that. I'm actually going to just quickly switch this out here, because I don't really need the big one. We're going to drink up, get healthy, take some mana. I'm not going to coat the weapon, I don't think there's any need for it, but I am going to fire at these guys, set him ablaze. I actually missed the kick, but I think I can kick him off. Yes, I can. Fantastic. We're going to run this way. Fight this guy now. Kill him quickly enough before that guy shoots me to death. Oh, he's still alive. How about that? Now he's dead. Gonna just drink up some physical resistance here. This guy's in a bit of an awkward position. It's making it a little bit harder for me to fight this. That's okay. Kick him down so that he doesn't keep shooting arrows at me. Make sure he's dead. So yeah, I think I said it before, but yeah, AI has some funny things happening, and I wonder if they're gonna fix that or keep it as it is. But yeah, they do some pretty strange things sometimes. I don't know if we'll see some of it in this video, but I've had occasions where enemies walk into spiked walls, or enemies get stuck on geometry, or behind certain areas where they kind of semi-clip through a wall, for example. I'm gonna drink up some mana potion. So yeah, there's some strange things that happen in the game, but yeah, I mean it's unpolished, right? It's an early access video game, so it's unpolished. They're still fixing bugs and issues, and so I can't blame them for such things. But I'm gonna go into this big fight. There's gonna be a ton of enemies here. I'm gonna set a few of them on fire, I hope. But set you on fire, set the floor on fire. I am on top of it. Drink some potion. Drink some mana potion. This guy. So if you cut off his arm, mind you, he's not dead. So just make sure he is. Kinda hoping that would damage you, but it didn't. And he was still alive. So I'm missing everything at the moment, which is fun. Ow. Gonna heal. Oh, and I didn't need to heal because I leveled up and I didn't notice. He is actually really annoying. There we go. So yeah, that fight can get a bit crazy sometimes. We're gonna just deal with these archers. Set this guy on fire. Keep him down if I can. There we go. Wow, he went. See? Wow. Wow. He literally went across the whole map. But that is exactly what I was talking about. Sometimes, things like that happen. Is he still alive? He is. I really don't want to waste more magic doing this, so I'm just going to finish him off. A really quick swipe to the face. Is he dead? He's dead. So I actually didn't apply the fire vial, and I think that's why that took a little bit longer than expected. With those archers anyway, because I just felt like they weren't dying. I was hitting them so many times and they just weren't going down. So I don't actually need to go in here, but again, just to show you, there is a great sword with ice. I'm not going to be using, but no, just pick it up because why not? It's there. So far I found that ice is the funnest build that I've created. I completely annihilated the boss at the end of the early access with an ice build, at which point I just, you can freeze enemies in place with ice, You can't freeze bosses, obviously. I think that would be a bit unfair, a little bit overpowered. But you can slow them down. And then if you apply potions and vials to your weapon and your magic abilities, then obviously, you know, you're going to do a ton. So I'm gonna move on forward. I'm gonna save it here. I think I leveled up as well, so we're gonna go ahead and go into our skill tree. I've got 2 more skill points. I need just the 2 to finish off fire. And then yes, so I'm gonna go into this node here. A little bit of melee damage, attack speed, and then, you know, I'll kind of spread it out left and right, because this is kind of all I want right now. So we'll just, you know, we'll go into that. No new rings, that's fine. Well, I'm happy with what I have at the moment. I don't think anything crazy is about to happen. So, oh well, then again, completely forgot that something crazy is about to happen. So I kind of just stopped there for a second because there is an enemy right there. So I'm gonna just take everything now. I'm actually gonna add 1 more item to my inventory. There we go, we'll do that. And then we'll just open this. Kick you down. So yeah, you see that? Where is he? What? How did you get over there? Was that a dodge? Just span 180. Avoid that. Drink 1 more mana potion here. Finish him off. Finally set him on fire. He's gonna go too far. Can kick you down though. Finish you off. Do something quick. Ow. And I think that's it. I might be wrong, so no, that's it. When you hear the music fade out, then you know everyone's dead. There's no one left alive. You can move on. So I'm actually going to collect the ingredients first, and then we're going to go into potion creation, brewing, whatever you want to call it. We're just going to go into these rooms. Be sure to collect whatever is in here, which isn't a lot, but you know, every little bit counts. Another room over here, and then the pot is downstairs. So we're just going to quickly grab whatever's in here. Something here. There we go. I'm just gonna jump down here. Go to our potion room. I think I need anything else. We can see. There we go. Potion. So here we go. We're going to create more healing. 2 of those. We don't have enough to create mana. That's okay though. We can have stamina regeneration. Yeah, why not? And we're gonna create some more vials. We can create. Here we are. Deal fire damage. I like that. For some reason it didn't stick, but that's okay. And extend the duration. Here we are. Good. Do we want to make more poison resistance? I don't think we do, to be fair. I will create one of these, however. There we go. Maybe be able to add something else to it, just to, you know, make another one. Just to make sure that we have, you know, enough. I mean, I'm not really using these things, so I'm just going to put that. So we can create a few of those. There we go. So yeah, we're going to create another poison resistance. There we go. And we'll add, well, we'll probably leave some health on it. We'll create small healing. I would just, you know, we'll put the starts, because again, I'm not really using this, so just to fill in the gap. Create a few of these. I think that's enough, to be honest. I don't really need that much. There's only a few occasions that I'll be using it. And small healing. And there we go. I think we'll just stop at that. And go ahead and go upstairs. And get out. So we need to go into that room anyway, because the key to this door is there. So, you know, it's not always a complete waste of time just going into a random room that has just the potion pot inside it. Especially when then afterwards you have one right here. I'm going to drink some mana potion. Which is actually going to refresh it, because I did create some, didn't I? Yes, I did. Don't know why you can't switch it out like that. You have to actually take it from your inventory and then from the menu. Really weird. So extend fire damage, I think I'll do that and leave that one for a larger enemy. Make sure I didn't miss anything. There we go. Okay. Save it. And now you're going to see our first, which I completely forgot. So I'm actually going to take the poison resistance instead of stamina, because there's this little bastard over here, and this little bastard likes to throw poison bombs at you. However, if you drink poison resistance, you can literally just literally walk through it and take no damage. There we go. I'm gonna apply this. I'm gonna hope that these guys come to me, which he didn't. This is not looking good. Yeah, okay. There we are, we can just set those guys on fire. Finish this one off. Alright, good stuff. There's a room here. We'll deal with that guy in a second. He doesn't do much damage. He's not going to chase me either, so, you know. Let's open up these chests. Some more fire damage there as well. And there is another one down here. No, over here. There we go. Let's come down here. Switch to our telekinesis. Open this door. There's another little room in here with a chest. But as I said, you find these rooms and you just get a random ingredient. you know, I don't hate. I think that's fine. I'll drink some more mana potion here. I got hit in the face there. Funny thing about that is I actually saw it coming, so I'm just gonna... I mistimed that. I tried to do a slow dodge, like a perfect dodge. Like that. That was very unfortunate. Okay, sir. Thank you. Those shield guys can be very annoying sometimes. They do not cooperate. And I don't like that. I don't really need to heal, but I'm going to do it just to be safe. I'm also going to switch this one out for a second. Put this one in. And we'll take the medium-sized healing here. And yeah, so we'll go with that. So we're going to apply our vial. I'm going to take stamina. And we're going to move quickly down here. So that was unfortunate. Now back off a little bit. Again, didn't time it right. See how he just walked into the he literally just walked into the spike. I mean, I'm very grateful, it just saves me the trouble, but it's funny. Set him on fire, I hope. So there's also that with the aiming. So I was aiming at him directly, but for some reason the fire went into the ground. So another little quirk, but I don't, you know, I'm not too bothered about it. That's our fire axe. That's the axe that we wanted. A little extra fire damage. Don't need to heal, so I'm not going to heal. I like to take risks, so I just jump that gap. Set him on fire if I can. And that one didn't actually kill him. That's okay. I don't have any. Oh, I just landed on his head. It'd be cool if you could do like the superhero landing could do damage. Like if I landed on his head, just squash him. That would be cool. So another AI that killed himself. So there's usually a poison guy. This dude here, he stands right here and pelts me with poison bombs. But if he's too close to this wall here, he just poisons himself and well, perishes. A little suicidal. But you know, again, saves me the trouble, so I'm not too bothered. I need to remember that I can actually attack faster than that. Let me just see. No, it's kind of like a fast to medium sort of slash. So I'm gonna go ahead and put our smaller potions. I don't want to use the bigger ones. There's no point. And just heal up. Make sure I'm healthy.
Carved deep into stone,
I won't have any fights
the waterways have
for a bit
served as
because we're going to go into the sewers And then we are going to go into a boss fight. And it will be the first time I tried this boss with a fire build. So we'll see how it goes. Yeah, just skip this cutscene here. Just move forward. There are a few ingredients in this area. Not a lot, but you know, a few. But I'm not going to bother with getting them right now. But I don't really need them. Here there are a few ingredients that I would like to have. So we will go ahead and grab those things. There's another axe there. I won't be using it. It does critical damage. So you know, it could be useful. But I'm not going to use it. I'm going to use just my trusted fire axe. There we are. After that. And I think that is it for this room here. Just a few little items here. Here we go. Did I pick up any? Yes, I thought I did. And then we're going to get a new armor, which is a helmet that I believe has like a poison resistance attribute to it. No, physical resistance and health. There is another one. I think I missed it though. I think I missed it, but that's okay. I'm not planning on getting hit a lot, I hope. I say that, and then I'm just gonna get my ass whooped. So we'll just open up all of this. Little some wine there. A few other ingredients here. Just do some quick potion creation. A little bit of brewing. Lots of healing. Smaller healing. I do require mana potions, but I have enough to create 3 small ones and 1 big one, so 2 big ones rather. I was about to pick the wrong thing there. Not that it makes a difference because I'm not really using that, so it wouldn't have bothered me too much anyway. So create that, and then we're going to go ahead and create some more fire vials. So we're going to increase the potency. We're going to apply this brew, this wine, and the fire. Where is it? There it is. And we'll have that. We'll create one of those. So we can create another fire. So we'll probably just apply damage to it. Increase its duration. We'll just go with that. Could have done life leech as well, but you know, I got enough healing anyway, so it doesn't really matter. I'll create a few more bigger potions. There we go. So now we're just gonna make sure we're all set. So that's the other got life leech slash, so not critical. See, memory of a goldfish. I don't remember things very clearly. I did miss another helmet, and I would have preferred the other one, but I completely forgot where it was. So on the subject of memory of a goldfish, you can see I do forget things. So this does a fire damage, so I'm going to put that, and I should have. So we're going to put a larger healing. We've got large mana, that's good. And I think we'll just go with that. Looks like that one might be a little bit better, but nah, we're good, right? Yeah, we're good. We're good. We're gonna stick with that. We're gonna save it, and we're gonna go into our first boss. And we're also gonna level up, because I have leveled up a few times. So yeah, so we're gonna start here. Melee damage. Grab that. And the next few ones we either go you know, up this way or down this side here. Don't mind which. I think we can only level up another maybe three or four times. So, you know, it won't make too much of a difference. I am actually going back the way I came. No, I'm not. Okay, we're good. Let's keep going and just take some mana potion. And we're gonna head to our first boss fight. I'm gonna try and take out his little minions first, as best we can. So we are gonna drink a little bit of that stamina regeneration potion. And try and burn them down as quickly as possible.
Sacred roots. What do we?
And the reason I take potions when I'm in the fight is because the potions don't actually last that long. So I'd rather have a chance to use them. Oh, that animation was very, very weird. I've never seen him do that sort of animation before. Because usually when he charges me, he charges me. He has his head down, he looks like a little bit of a rhino. And he'll attack me, he'll run at me. But there, he had a really strange animation there. I mistimed the dodge, that's okay. See, that's the animation that should have happened. But that animation he had looked a little bit different, so I wasn't too sure what he was going to do. I didn't finish drinking the potion before I could dodge. Jump that. Okay, I need to recover stamina. That was quite lucky. Oh, that hit me. I thought I was out of range, but that's okay. Oh, I was dead. That still went quite well. Missed a lot of my dodges and a few jumps. The animation in the beginning really threw me off. He charge at you like a rhino, right? He sticks his head down. He runs at you with his horns. But there, I'm not sure what happened. Maybe it was the animation from the little minion in front of him that kind of crashed him out. But it looked really weird the way that happened. So I'm gonna go into consumables first. And I got a new ring, which is always the same ring in that area there. There is some moss over there, but I don't need it, so I'm not going to grab it. I'm just going to keep going. And I am going to add a few more potions. So we're going to switch out this potion for the smaller ones. Switch out this mana for the smaller ones. And apply some fire damage. And some poison resistance, should I have a need for it. I don't need the light. And we're going to go into the next area. It went well, I did quite a bit of damage. The minions went down fast enough. Just, you know, the game sometimes wants to be funny with its animations. There we are, just go grab all of these goodies. There's a lot of ingredients down here. Did I miss one? No, I didn't look good. A lot of ingredients down here. There is a little bit more potion making. I'm going to try and go through it as quickly as possible so as not to bore you. I would like to see sort of a saved recipe, right, where you create your potions and the game memorizes that you used 3 of these flowers to create heat. So instead of me going into the inventory and having to place them in one by one, I can literally just go to the recipe book and say, I want this, and create it automatically. Because there are recipes. You see, if I put this recipe of explosive grenade in here, it automatically puts the ingredients in. But you know, save the recipes that I have already created, I think would be very useful. So we have enough poison resistance, so I'm not going to need any more of that. We can't create mana, so oh yeah, we can create one. That's okay. And we're going to create some more vials of fire. We're going to put life leech and extend coat duration, and we'll make 2 of those, 3 of those. Good. And I think we'll leave it at that, because as I said, we've got enough of these ones, right? Yeah, I've got 3. I'm good with that. I miss some ingredients here. Let's move on forward. Have ourselves a nice good old fight. So we're back in this area. If you go back down there, that's, you know, near the area where we start. There's a ring over here. This, I believe, is the last ring you find. So now I've got all the rings on my fingers. Save the game. Keep going, keep going, keep going. Collect some more dogbane flour. Creates mana potions. These ones create small healing potions. Around this corner here. Some more brew. Some more wine. Love it when they have their backs turned to me. Just, you know, thank you for the easy kill, the easy XP. Now switch to our telekinesis. Open this. Switch to this. There we are, and hopefully I can hit this, because sometimes it doesn't always work out. Here we go. Feeling you were misbehaving. So yeah, so I did a heavy hit there, you see, and I tried to dodge, but because I was locked into the animation, I couldn't. You think I would learn by now, but you know. But I don't. So that's something interesting that I just discovered now. So when I'm out of stamina, I can't use magic. Although, when I use magic, it doesn't take stamina. So, huh. Interesting. Okay. Still learning in this game. Still learning things. I'll grab all of these goodies. There is a armor piece here, which I would like to use because it increases elemental damage, arcane damage, mana, and slash resistance. So I like that, especially for the build I'm going for. So I'll move on through here. This guy here. Fire. I'm going to actually apply the vial. Kill them both. Great. Move on inside these little catacombs. Grab some of these things. move forward. So now this area is where things get a little bit tricky for me. A lot of things happen at the same time. It's hard to gauge who's doing what, who's shooting me, who's throwing things at me, who's just diving me really. So I'm just going to set up some of the potions. I'm actually going to take maybe the larger potion. I'm going to do more fire damage. So we're okay with that. Let me kind of just sort that out. There we go. Fantastic. So I think I might take this one actually. Yeah, we'll take this one instead because I have 3, so I don't have to stop and go into my inventory to put it into my slots. This is a poison resistance. Yes, I'm going to keep that on. Alright, we'll just go with that. We're going to save. Save often, guys. Should level up here. Let's set this guy afire. Or not. Set the floor on fire then. Oh boy. Set you on fire. Nice little trick shot just to showboat. You just showboat. You should be dead. He's dead. Kill the distance here. Get rocked to the face. I'm just going to take a little bit more mana. Apply another. Oops, I took the wrong thing. That's okay. Apply the vial. Alright, set this guy on fire, I hope. There we go. That went pretty good. Let's set you on fire, I hope. Fire. Take some more mana. Chop his head off. There should be a poison guy here, but he seems to have killed himself. Let's set you on fire. Down. Finish you off on the ground. Now we're gonna drink the potion resistance. Shoot you once. Shoot this down. Let's recover a little bit of stamina before I do this. Alright. Yeah, he went far enough that I could kill him. And some more mana potion. I'm gonna actually just boost Starfire here. Get hit with an arrow. That's okay, now he dies. So we're gonna have to actually put another one of these poison resistances. Add some more mana potion. I don't really need to heal. But I'd like for you to die. There we go, now we take mana. So he dies. Hopefully I can kill this guy. I don't have enough mana. And he was not set ablaze. I would really wish that you would die now. Oh my, okay. So that's not working. I'm gonna have to close the distance. I'm gonna add this. And I'm going to drink my poison resistance. I'm going to just try and close the distance here as quickly as possible. So that's unfortunate. There we go. Oh, both of them down, that's good. Knock you down. Wait for the shot. Oh, I was waiting for the shot, but now he's dead. Great. So now we've maxed out our level for the early access. So again, we're going to just go a little in consumables and a little bit into attack speed. And then we'll deal with our inventory in a second. For now, we're just going to go to our potion, brew, make some more potions for the last fight, which to be fair I don't really think I need, but I like to be a little bit diligent, you know, just have things ready. Right, so again, I think I have more than enough healing, but we'll just make some more. Definitely want some more mana potions, 2 of those, and then just 1 of the medium-sized mana potions. No, I'm not going to bother with that, that's fine. Do we have any more fire damage? Oh, we have freeze. See, I was looking for this last time for my freeze build, and I didn't get it, but I got it now when I'm making a fire build. Very counterproductive. That's okay though, I'm not mad. And can't extend duration. We'll probably just do like life leech or something. Yeah, we'll just do life leech. We'll create one of those vials. And finally, just because, 1 more stamina. There we go. We're gonna go ahead and save it. And we'll fight the last fight for the early access. There we are. Right. Do a little setup and then just dive right in. So we're going to take a little bit of stamina. We will change this for the larger. We don't need that, so we'll take mana. And then we're going to have a vial. +8 fire damage. I like that, so we're going to take that. There we go. I think that will do the trick. I hope it'll do the trick. So we're going to drink the vials as quickly as possible. So we'll drink vial 2 and apply the... There we go, do some damage. That move is super fast, I never expected it. So now I'm just going to hopefully set them on fire. There we go. And that tracked me. Make sure he stays on fire so I can slash him. Oh, he's staggered. So now I'm going to do some heavy hits. Burn him some more. And finish him off. So, I mean, it didn't go as smoothly as I would like to, but he still went down pretty fast. Alright, so guys, that was Fatekeeper. That was my fire build. In the future, I am going to try different builds. I'll probably show the ice build. I'll do an alchemy build. I'm a little afraid to do the alchemy build because it does take a little bit more time. Obviously I'll be brewing a lot more potions, and as you can see in the video, there is a lot of downtime between fights while you're brewing potions. I hope I made it as painless as possible because I just really needed basic ones, and I can't remember what each ingredient does, so you see me kind of going through each one, just reading very quickly what they do. But this has been Fatekeeper. This is a really good game, a little unpolished. As you can see, there are little quirks, little bugs in the game that I've found, but I still really enjoy playing this game, and I really recommend you give it a try. It's not expensive for what it is. It's a really good game. So if you liked the video, please leave me a comment, share, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.